So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got Hester complete. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Devin Hester, 69 yards. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Mahomes will throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. This is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's taken to the 26. They juked him. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, Mahomes. Nifty move. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. We're back now in KC. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving.
Oh, he shifts past him. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Bucky Irving,
25 yards.
and the Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. But that makes this a 2-score ball game, and you know the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
And Mahomes is going to keep it.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
Brown now to return it. Taking it about the 1. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:24 to go. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Racing to the end zone.
And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Now Patrick going to change the play.
They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
So the two-point conversion trend continues, at least as far as trying those goes. They've attempted them after all 3 touchdowns, CD, and converted now 2 of them.
They're not just dipping their toe in the water, are they? I mean, they're committed to going for 2 points, and 2 out of 3, now with a 22-0 lead. In a sense, they're a little bit ahead of the curve, because normally it would be 21, wouldn't it?
And with the way their defense is playing, I don't know if it matters if they do convert any of these. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Now it's Richardson. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it up the middle. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
This has just really been a solid 2nd half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Brown now to return it. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, without lopsided.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Gets around him, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Once again, it's Irving.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game.
And this will be a 45-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game. Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Straight ahead, it's Irving.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Mahomes now on first down. A little juke. Again the juke. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Let's just lean on the word good here, partner. Good way to start the second half. Good safe throw, and a good quick first down as well.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, what a move. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Gets past one man. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now here's Mahomes.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, a good move at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Spiller is in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We're back now in KC, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's the punter McAfee to kick it away.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a 1-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. 1-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And he fends him off.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Now it's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And he is in to make it 16-0. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown, and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. James Harrison coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
One of the league's best linebackers. He ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And they take a knee. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they will take a knee here. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. To the left side and caught by Hester. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
And that's caught by Williams. But that won't do much good as he is tackled at his own 7.
Now Rodgers. And incomplete.
But this offense can't get it done. They'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock, look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
The Chiefs will use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mahomes Mahomes going to throw it here. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering.
Touchdown! Antonio Gates, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
And that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Thorough domination right now. The game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, you'd be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 2-point conversions. And now they're up 24-0. So essentially they gained a field goal out of it without even trotting the kicker out there.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And unable to connect. It's incomplete. And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.